There's been so much negative shit going on in the world recently. Every time you go on the internet, it's just doom and gloom and sad, scary shit. Coronavirus still at large. Yellowstone threatening to erupt at any moment if someone even sneezes wrong near the volcano. You know, cell phones poisoning the water supply and making our dicks smaller. Just terrifying shit all over the place every time you go on the internet. And you know what? I put my foot down and said, by golly, I've had just about enough. I'm putting the kibosh on the negative vibes, and I'm gonna find something positive. So like any sensible man, I turn to YouTube power couples to get my fix. Because nothing says positive and wholesome quite like some affluent teenagers rubbing their parents' wealth in my face while doing fake prank videos and shit like that. So, who did I choose to tune into to get these positive vibes and this rush of dopamine? Well, none other than the Garner Gang, baby! If you've been on my channel for a long time, you know I've watched quite a bit of the Garner Gang's content, but it's been about a year since the last time we tuned in. I'm not proud to say that out loud. I feel like an estranged father trying to, kind of weasel my way back into the relationship there and take a peek. I mean, my prescription is overdue. It's been a year, but I came in for a checkup tonight. And again, I am sorry that it's been so long since I watched some Garner Gang content. That should just be an outright sin. If that's not one of the 10 commandments, then shit, Moses must have just fucking forgot it up there on the mountain. Because it is a sin. It truly is. Now, jokes aside, I don't have any problem with Nate Garner or Garner Gang, anything like that. I have nothing but respect for doing those kind of things. The reason why I'm even making a video on this is because by going to Nate Garner's newest video, I somehow found another fucking conspiracy. The internet is so fucking full of conspiracies during quarantine, it's nuts. There is an actual fucking Garner Gang conspiracy going on right now, which is what we're gonna get into. Let's go ahead and start with the video.
What's up, Garner Gang? Whoa, that's me. And this is my life. Let me show you how I got here.
It starts just like every other Garner Gang video. This seems pretty standard and ordinary to me based on what I remember from the Garner Gang. You know, full throttle, nuts to butts right out of the gate. I mean, this seems like the stamp of Nate Garner. It doesn't seem like anything's awry here. But YouTube commenters were quick to point out that there may be more than meets the eye going on here.
I got this one that says, make your dreams happen. That's what we do, Garner Gang. Big wins, making dreams happen.
It's a sponsored video. He's talking about copping some big W's, and you know what? We could all use some big W's right now in these trying times with coronavirus keeping us on lockdown. So, I mean, I didn't see a problem. You know, this just felt like a pretty standard Nate Garner, Garner Gang video, baby. I was feeling that big W energy.
Good morning, Garner Gang.
It's an acquired taste. Not everyone is going to do the Garner shuffle at home or anything like that, but, you know, some of us higher intellectuals, we like to hit it out there with the Garner Gang and shit, you feel me? I mean, it just fucking energizes me, man. Honestly, the whole video is like every fucking Nate Garner video I've seen, which admittedly isn't a ton of them, but it just seems like normal Nate Garner, Garner Gang content. But as the video goes on, it continues to look like normal content to the untrained eye, but the super sleuths and armchair relationship experts in the comments are quick to point out some very odd things and behavioral differences.
Because you already know it's going to be an epic one.
How is it going to be an epic one, you ask?
There's buy a luxury item. Oh no.
For me?
Whoa,
bro! Whoa.
You're a disaster.
I know I am.
My bank account's a disaster.
Isn't it so pretty? I've always wanted this back.
So I'll spoil the conspiracy. They say that they broke up and they don't want to admit it because that would mean that they lose some of their YouTube audience because they're no longer in a relationship or something to that effect. Everyone's got a different version of the conspiracy theory. Is it kind of like the Avril Lavigne's dead and replaced by a stunt double, a body double? It's a loose conspiracy theory based on a single video here from what I've gathered from the conspiracy theory dark net, by that I mean Twitter, that believes the Garner Gang has split up. So basically throughout this video, this is the only part of the video where I can kind of see Nate looks unhappy, but he also just got clobbered by a heavy bag and spent a lot of money on a heavy bag for the sake of the YouTube video, so I don't know.
Dude, I know you too well.
Okay, I'm just going.
Whoa,
Oh god, that's disgusting. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm done.
That's where the video ends. They lick a tire and then kiss quickly and run away spitting. You know, if you're kissing after licking a tire, your relationship's gotta be pretty strong, at least in my opinion. You also shouldn't be licking tires in the first place, but I mean, that comes with the territory of being a YouTuber. Who hasn't licked a tire for a couple thousand views? I mean, shit, people are out here licking colon, like actual prolapsed anus. They'll start chewing on that shit like bubblegum for YouTube views. Now let's dive into the meat of the conspiracy, the majority of which is here on YouTube, a bit on Twitter. I don't really know where to find shit on Instagram, so I didn't really look too hard there. But if you go through YouTube comments, every single one of them, almost every single one of them, is saying that they're broken up and demanding answers. It's that sense of entitlement that always makes me very upset and feel super sorry for people like Nate, Garner, and Carissa here. They don't owe you an explanation for something that personal. You're not entitled to it. I talked about this pretty recently. When people subscribe to a channel on YouTube and have been subscribed for a long time, they feel this sense of they deserve everything, to know everything about that person and that they are their best friend. And that leads to this crazy sense of you owe us this and we fucking hate you until you tell us this. That's what a lot of the comments echo. Others are just expressing concern, and then others are just sharing a bunch of weird information and like analyzing body language. You're not some like forensics detective or anything like that. There's no reason that you should be overanalyzing everything you're seeing in their videos. It is their private life and it's their decision whether or not they share it with their audience. It's just silly how invested so many people get in online celebrities and just celebrities in general's lives. I've talked about this shit so much, and then I accidentally fucking find this negative conspiracy shit while I'm looking for something goofily positive in any small semblance. It's almost poetic in a certain way. There's just this crazy nature for people to latch on to shit they see online and make that their whole lives. Like, if these two are broken up, I will be devastated. You see so many of those comments, so many people expressing like their lives are going to be severely altered if it's true that Nate and Carissa are not together. That's so unhealthy. That's super fucked up, and it's not their responsibility to be your rock. You know, that should never be the case. And they, again, don't owe you an explanation for whatever is going on. If there even is something going on, it was a pretty fucking normal video. It wasn't like some VHS tape out of The Ring where there was creepy shit going on that you have to analyze and figure out what it all means. It was a standard video. There wasn't like 2 frames of something horrific, you know? It wasn't like some crazy shit going on. It was just them doing a standard YouTube throwaway prank challenge, whatever the fuck they call it these days. And these people are still going rabid trying to see if they're together or not and demanding that they tell them. Then there's people that are saying it's time to mass unsubscribe from Nate Garner until they give us answers. So they're trying to like hold them ransom for answers that they don't fucking deserve in the first place. Like, you're not their friend. You know, you may be part of the Garner gang, but that doesn't really mean anything. It's just a title, you know? But yeah, I guess the only reason why I wanted to talk about this is because quarantine is making people latch on to shit like this even harder. Well, not just conspiracies, but latching on to people even harder to live vicariously through shit they see on the internet. And to get so unhealthily invested in something, to feel that level of entitlement, always makes me a bit upset and feel for the person that's on the other end of it. It's just some unhealthy shit, and it really should stop soon, hopefully. Wishing you the best, Garner gang. Again, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. If I just watched that video without reading the comments, I would just assume it's business as usual over there, but what the fuck do I know? I guess I'm not the YouTube comment experts where the real intellectuals live, in the fucking YouTube comment swamps. But I mean, anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.